There's many people that struggle with addictions. There's many people that have those particular types of issues, and it doesn't make them necessarily automatically a bad person right away, nor does it make them a bad person. I always urge here on this channel, if there's anybody that has any particular addictions that they're trying to get help with, there's many resources out there, and we can provide strength here for you. If you need to come to LTL and you need to get things off your mind for a while, get away from your problems, that's why I do this. This gets me away from my everyday problems. It's like my therapy to be here all with you and chat. And that's why I love doing this. It gives me an outlet to come here and talk, because I don't have many people to talk to in my life. A lot of my friends are all married and have their lives, their kids, their lives. So my circle of friends is very small, and it's rare if I ever really get together with them. But I know that I can come here and have all you to give you to use as my therapy, to talk and get things off my chest and talk about these cases that we're all interested in. But I always urge people, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling down, we're here for you. This chat is here for you. LTL is here for you. I'm here for you. And if there's anything that you need, like if you need help or guidance, we can try to help to do that for you. Believe me, I've had many people in this chat open up about their addictions or their recovery. I just recently had a friend that's been sober now 8 years, and I am so proud of him, because his alcohol addiction it just took his life over. He didn't start the day. He literally would start the day by putting a foot on the ground and putting a beer bottle in his mouth. And it went that way for years, starting beer bottle in mouth, going to bed, beer bottle in mouth. And it got to a specific point of where it was so bad, I just didn't want to be around him anymore because it hurt me. And I told him, I just recently reconnected with this person, and I told him to look where he was 8 years ago to where he is now. An extremely successful construction business, a wife, married, beautiful home, all the toys in the world that you would want, boat, classic car. And not that stuff makes any difference, but he changed his life. Material things don't mean shit, but I'm just saying he changed his life. And I looked at him when I reconnected with him. Sorry, my nose is very itchy right now. When we reconnected, and I looked at him and I said, I am so extremely proud of you, of where you are now in your life, the steps that you have made to conquer the addiction that was taking over. In 8 years sober, 8 years sober, I'm so proud of him. And he's a completely different person from what he is today, from what he was. And he knows that he can never go back and be that person ever again. And I won't allow it. I won't allow it. I'd kick his ass. I don't think I'd be able to, but he's a pretty strong guy. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Lindy says, we appreciate that you're here for us too. I'm out of the hospital for pancreatitis in 6 days sober. Thank you for your support. Wow, I'm glad that you are bringing this up. Well, Lindy, we celebrate your sobriety, and thank you. And thank you for opening up, because I know sometimes it takes a lot. I know it takes a lot for people to come out. Jeff H says, you're surely a great encouragement to those struggling with addictions. It's awesome. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. I'm just going to go back up in this chat. Music City Mom 2 says, my stepdaughter is 2 years clean from meth and other drugs and alcohol. I'm so proud of her. Well, you should be proud. That's amazing. That's an amazing accomplishment. Usual Perspective says, this Halloween, I will be five years for me clean and sober from heroin and cocaine. That's amazing. It's an amazing celebration. Sharon says, you're an amazing friend. Well, you're an amazing friend. You're here hanging out with us today. I applaud anyone who admits they need help from work to become sober from whatever their addiction. I walked away from a 20-year friendship because it was too toxic for me to be around. Wow, thanks for sharing that story. Fluttertone said, I'm just over a month quitting nicotine. I know it's not quite as heavy, but I'm pretty proud of myself. I think that's pretty amazing. Nicotine's a bitch that can be very addicting. Many people struggle with, Lakota says, many people struggle with things that are imperative to celebrate their little wins in lives, this channel will be here. Absolutely. We'll always be here. One foot on the right path will take you far. Yeah, Jeff, absolutely. Oh, Snap says, LTL, let's talk love, peace, and all. Thank you so much. The key to addiction is replacing your bad habits with good ones. Absolutely. So Lindy says, thank you guys. I still have that hospital band to remind me. No more pain, just happier, sober gain. That's so great. Appreciate you all. And these shows definitely help in many ways. I've connected with some pretty dope people from these chats. You'd be pretty surprised how much love and support you get. Absolutely. Nicotine is harder to quit than anything. Carrie H says, I'm sorry I'm late. It's no problem, Carrie. We're just getting into the show. Congratulations for your continued work through your addiction. Thank you. Yeah, well, we're happy that you're here. You know, when we were talking earlier this afternoon, you know, in that stream this afternoon, as we were building and waiting for the news, you know, a lot of people were reaching out and giving us their stories. You know, there was a story, and we know that Brian Koberger in the past has struggled with heroin. And I said that if you struggle with an addiction in your life, it doesn't make you a bad person. Now, all types of people can do bad things. And just because you have an addiction, it doesn't make you a bad person. And I said that, you know, we're here to take you away from your problems for a few hours. That's what LTL podcast is for. And let's say you're struggling with an addiction or you're celebrating sobriety. There was a lot of people that were celebrating sobriety today. And I found that amazing that they were sharing their stories of, there was one young lady this afternoon that said she was only clean for 6 days, but she's 6 days closer to being sober for the rest of her life. And that's a huge step for some people. I've never personally dealt with any huge addictions in my life, but I was around someone that had a lot of addictions. My father. So I dealt with alcoholism. I dealt with drug abuse. I dealt with physical and mental abuse. So I've been through that. I've seen that. I saw a lot of those things at a very young age. And I use this platform to come here as my therapy, to give back and to talk to all of you and to have you come in. And if I can take your mind away from the real world for a little while without any substances in your body, maybe you need that break. That's what I want to do here for all of you, and that we can share our special interest in all of these cases, give our feedback, our speculation, our insights, listen to, you know, others talk about these specific cases and try to get down to the truth as to what happens and find justice in these cases for these victims. That's what I want LTL podcast to be. Again, you know, I'm not an addiction specialist. I'm not a lawyer. But I do care about these cases. I invest a lot of time into them and care about these victims because I want justice for these victims. And, you know, if you need to come to LTL for, like I said, to get away, if there's some way that we can help you get a phone number or someone to talk to, if you're feeling down, you know, come here and hang out with us. We have a very supportive chat room, no matter how many people are in here. Some nights it's 50, some nights it's 600, but we still have fun. Given the circumstances, we're a group that really sticks together, and we're a very supportive group, and we don't shame anybody for sharing any of their stories. And if there's any way that we can help, we're going to help you. We need to get a phone number for you or provide you provide emotional support in this chat room. We'll do that for you. So I want to thank all of you that have come here. You know, I really, since the beginning, I have a lot of people that have been here from the very first YouTube video that I reposted almost 3 years ago. They're still here. This platform's gone through many, many changes. And now I've found my niche. And this is really where I want to be. I want to be here with all of you.